belle. Qui Dali, pour Dieu Seigneur, à ce moment-là. Voyez. Rachel de Kibo, je Adé. Oh, abonné, Gogo, Nyaliwa, Bagno, Nyaliwa, Korapam. Avec Gogo, Nyali. Avec Gogo, Nyali, Stéphane Soko. Oh, abonné, Nana, Amabine, Nana, Gogo, Nyaliwa, Stéphane Soko, Korapam. Aïe, Gogo, Nyaliwa. Amana very kasawa. America very titi papa very sa. Ayo you get bayo. You secret kama sisi ni la play. Oya ni la gogo nyali. Are bayo e koro bravo. Hey gogo nyali. Awo. Taba sisi nyo wa o are na very ni paka. Taba sisi nyo wa o are na very ni. Why? Ale na you ya koro bravo. Abile gogo nyali. No so ma de jogre. Pamro ayo. Ade wa ba bere wa sawake. Wa ba be. Apa wa ma ba ni. Ni ama. Apa wa ma ba ni. La plus belle. Qui Dali, pour Dieu Seigneur, à ce moment-là. Voyez. Rachel de Kibo, je Adé. Oh, abonné, Gogo, Nyaliwa, Bagno, Nyaliwa, Korapam. Avec Gogo, Nyali. Avec Gogo, Nyali, Stéphane Soko. Oh, abonné, Nana, Amabine, Nana, Gogo, Nyaliwa, Stéphane Soko, Korapam. Aïe, Gogo, Nyaliwa. Amana very kasawa. America very titi papa very sa. Ayo you get bayo. You secret kama sisi ni la play. Oya ni la gogo nyali. Are bayo e koro bravo. Hey gogo nyali. Awo. Taba sisi nyo wa o are na very ni paka. Taba sisi nyo wa o are na very ni. Why? Ale na you ya koro bravo. Abile gogo nyali. No so ma de jogre. Pamro ayo. Ade wa ba bere wa sawake. Wa ba be. Apa wa ma ba ni. Ni ama. Apa wa ma ba ni. Apa la su lo gbe la ba yo. Abi na mi ka bere titi papa. Aja tu bo apa wa ma ba ni. Ma ba ni. Ana ma ba ni. Qui Dali, pour Dieu Seigneur, à ce moment-là. Voyez. Rachel de Kibo, je Adé. Oh, abonné, Gogo, Nyaliwa, Bagno, Nyaliwa, Korapam. Avec Gogo, Nyali. Avec Gogo, Nyali, Stéphane Soko. Oh, abonné, Nana, Amabine, Nana, Gogo, Nyaliwa, Stéphane Soko, Korapam. Aïe, Gogo, Nyaliwa. Amana very kasawa. America very titi papa very sa. Ayo you get bayo. You secret kama sisi ni la play. Oya ni la gogo nyali. Are bayo e koro bravo. Hey gogo nyali. Awo. Taba sisi nyo wa o are na very ni paka. Taba sisi nyo wa o are na very ni. Why? Ale na you ya koro bravo. Abile gogo nyali. No so ma de jogre. Pamro ayo. Ade wa ba bere wa sawake. Wa ba be. Apa yóò. Ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ ní kàbẹ̀rẹ̀ títí bàbá ọjà tó wé ọ̀pàgbé màgbáni.
Good evening, folks. Samson told Labra Public Radio. I saw somebody on my show earlier. You can come now tonight, pa. You come, you myself for it. You can come. You can come. I see sneaking into my show like some kind of overnight, somebody flying by night. Come again. Good evening, folks. Samson Tola, Bro Paparito. We'll start with fun already. I want to thank all of you again tonight for joining us. Please share this video, share it to as many people as possible, because it's very important that we have our brothers and sisters to join us tonight and have a conversation about our country. It's very important. Good evening there, Clarence. Thank you for joining us again tonight. Yeah, I really do appreciate the way you always on time with us. Yeah, we appreciate you, my brother. But let's just say this. The country is rocking. But I will do my best here again tonight to be adjective. Adjectivity is my middle name. Ridiculous is my middle name. And then, as Mr. So would say, you are an embarrassment to this show. It's my middle name. I like it when they say I am the embarrassment to this show. I love it. I love it. I love that title. I love it. But anyhow, thank you for joining us again tonight. Samson told Labra Radio we'll do our best here to have this conversation. Very important conversation is happening after, in fact, the president is not in Liberia, as we all know, and we will pray for him as well. Safety, Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again tonight for bringing us here. Lord, we are here because of you. We are here because of you. You want us to be here. That's why we're here. Thank you. Thank you, my Lord. Thank you for everything. We want to ask you, my Lord, as we come before you again tonight, there are brothers and sisters that are in pain tonight. Please be the medicine to kill the pain. There are brothers and sisters that are not in peace. My Lord, provide a peace for them. You have the power to do so. We believe in you, we trust in you, and we have faith in you. And we will continue to pray to you in the public manner. My Lord, as we come again tonight, we ask that the Republic of Liberia be blessed, that the people of the Republic of Liberia be blessed, that the President of the Republic of Liberia be blessed. He's traveling, travel mercy should be provided by all costs, my Lord. Help us. As the president is among his peers here tonight, my Lord, lift his hand, bless him. Whatever comes out of his mouth, it must be of interest of everybody, in the interest of the Liberian people. Our president is out. We ask, my Lord, protect him. Give him long life. Whatever he touches in the interest of the Liberian people, that yes, indeed, his hand will be blessed. Whichever door he knocks again tonight, my boy, we ask, yes, my Lord, that indeed the door will be opened through your name, in the name of the Liberian people. Yes. My Lord, we come again tonight to ask that the host country, the United States of America, be blessed. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Let's get on with it. I said last night, I will say again. At Rescue 1 is calling Rescue 2. Rescue 1 is, if you're not rescue, you show up here tonight, I will block you, I'll put you in the garage. I say Rescue 1. If I call Rescue 1, you're not Rescue 1, you show yourself tonight, and you're not Rescue 2, I'm the Rescue 1, of course. And you're not Rescue 2, you show up, and you go in the garage. I say so. But let me just say this here very seriously, folks. What is happening in Liberia? For me, it's nothing strange. I've seen this playbook here before. It's very sad. People have died because of these kinds of behavior. People lie to protect their jobs. People lie because they are unable to produce. And because of that, they will lie and protect their job. I'll give you an example. Shining example. I will always use myself. So back in 1981, I will wrap up in paper and tape. The only thing that was showing was my nose and mouth so I can breathe and talk. And my little eyeball, the wrapping up put me in a suitcase, pack me, boom, on a plane, yips, Liberia. Serious note. I got in Liberia on a Thursday. On Sunday, he accused my brother and other members of the PRC of trying to overthrow the Doe government, the same government that they brought to power, the same government, the same person that he sacrificed his life to protect. On Thursday, I got him on the rear. Sunday, they were arrested. Monday, I was accused of taking arms from America, taking guns from America to supply to my brother there to overthrow the government. And it's just the mercy of God and the power of God that I say double the man who box I used to carry on my head. 80 days we had a giant. What kind of giant? That's a lot of story. But I used to, when he was turning 80 days, he was in the 10th grade. I used to carry his book in the morning. I was going to Catholic school, the one way over there in Zadru. I carry his books every day. And I enjoy carrying his book because when I'm carrying his book, his little brother calls Matthew, and the other one called Chet. They were all going, all of them were attending 80 days. I used to carry his book. I used to enjoy it, doing so. Because when I carry his book, he will tell me all kinds of stories. And as his story is always very interesting. So in the morning, I go to their house. You ready? Chief, I can carry a book. He said, okay, yeah. I put it on my head. As God could have it, that Monday when they took me in the executive mansion to do the Yaman thing to me, they said, because I carry guns, somebody who was deported, I carry guns to Liberia, they said, to overthrow the Liberian government, the PRC government. So when I got there, Ase was the director general of the NSA or whatever they call themselves at the executive mansion. So when I got there, he saw me. He recognized me. Right? He said, Samson Brown. My name was Samson Brown at the time in Zodru. When I came to Total, I took Samson tour. Samson Brown tour. Yeah, it is. So he said, Samson Brown, what are you doing here? I said, oh, the person about cheat, that man, that Nelson brother. I said, oh, that you don't want brought gun to come destabilize the country for what? And you want, oh, brother, why are you doing this? I said, what are you talking about? So I explained how I got there. He said, you sure? I said, yeah. He said, the lies that will destroy the country. Back in 1981, he said the lies that will destroy the country. Just starting. I've seen this before. I've seen this before. At that time, well, how old was I? Maybe 19, 20 years old. I've seen this before. These people are writing because they're going. I don't know Edwin Snow. I never really liked his behavior anyhow. But to come about writing, formulating, setting down to plan this government, for people in this government to plan, actually plan. I talked about it yesterday. Edwin So said some important thing tonight. You will not stay in power forever. You will not stay in power forever. Why are you doing this? If you are unable to produce, leave. Leave in peace. Liberia will stay. Leave in peace. Yeah, rescue one, calling rescue two. That you're not rescue two, or you come here tonight. That you saying you got in your pocket, and you can't post saying my Gary here tonight. I will pack you in the garage. I tell you, I will pack you straight in the. You're not rescue one. I mean, you're not rescue two. Rescue one, calling rescue two. Over. 10-4, 10-4. Oh, I don't want somebody to say 10-4, or you know what? Who's supposed? I don't want somebody to say 10 because I said rescue one, calling rescue two. Then I supposed to say 10-4, 10-4, 10-4, rescue two, 10-4, rescue two. That means I'm calling you quick. That 10-4, that what 10-4 me, 10-4 me, I'm calling you quick. So rescue one, calling rescue two, 10-4, 10-4, 10-4. But anyway, let me get back to the story. This, my brothers and sisters, According to the story, Mr. Snow had visited the president, and according to Mr. Snow, he said everything went well. Here we are again. We saw what happened with Flandi Kofa. What is happening? What is happening? What's going on? These things don't end well. I have a pamphlet here. I'm going to read it. One of these. I'm putting my schedule together. And that pamphlet, Bacchus Barfield, back in 1970, I believe it was 78 or 79. No, 70, 79, something like that. I will read it. Bacchus Barfield, at that time, Chessing. Joseph Chessing was a minister of I'd call it justice minister. And they wrote him to say, we're kind of asking you. You have one of our men, one of our member in jail in Zwedro. But we like to know what the charges are so that we will mount a defense and pay and have a lawyer that will come and be his lawyer. Chessing wrote back. Say, you ain't nothing that we can't have a I call it organization in the United States and can't talk about people here in Liberia. Whoever we have in jail, that's not your business. You're still over there. And secondly, I don't recognize it as anything. Anyway, how the organization in the United States will come and meddle into our business. Jesse. I have it here. These things don't end well. These things don't end well. You cannot. Mr. Snow, Senator Snow is not God. And even if he said that, it's not the one. The only person that will be President Baka agenda fail and the country to fail will be President Baka and you people who's supposed to carry out the duty and the functioning part of the agenda. You have to, you go, no flower pot, you put the flower inside. And you don't water that flower, it will die. That's what you're doing to President Baka agenda. The president mowed the agenda. Beautiful agenda. Just like CDC had a beautiful, whatever agenda, proper agenda. They failed. CDC refused to give that agenda water. The agenda was crying for water. Give me water. Under the sycamore tree. As who know, who will say, who, I don't even want to call it Nia tonight. He will say, Muna Youngblood University. I don't even want to call it Nia tonight. But he will say like that. The people allowed the flower begging for water. They refuse to give the water to the agenda. The agenda died completely. It's the same thing here. You don't want to get the president. The president came out with an agenda to say, this is what I want this country to be like. This is how I want us to rule this country. This is where I want us to take this country. Come and help me because the Kenya is too much. I alone cannot carry that Kenya over my head. The president said that. He said he can't carry that Kenya on his head by himself and call you. You're not even helping with the Kenya. You take that whole Kenya, you want the old man to carry alone. Not only that, the flower pot, the agenda, you're not even putting water in the flower pot for the agenda to soak some water, to drink some water. The old man say, okay, if you don't even want to carry the Kenya, I will carry. But when you're stealing, you're going to leave some for my people. And then people say, oh, the old man said the people must steal. The old man was vexed. The Kenya had beating him. The Kenya beating him on the head. He alone, he carrying the Kenya. The people that dancing, you're stealing. When they carry the Kenya, they go, oh man, yeah, you carry some more. I'll come and help you. Then they put their hair in the Kenya and they take the collar up. The other one put their hair in the Kenya and take the monkey me out. That what kind of business you're doing so? Eh? Is that that the kind of thing you're crying for? The old man will succeed. That your dirty way you're going your The old man will succeed. God will put death slap in your ear one by one. What kind of wickedness? What are you doing with Edwin Snow? Making Edwin Snow to shine within the last 2-3 days. He's shining all over. Because of your jealous mind, your vindictiveness. You got nothing to offer. You minister information. The minister of public word that he was supposed to tell us the road gonna go to Grand Hill County in whatever month. That now who's supposed to be saying those things after the minister of information, the minister of public word passed the engineering information to you. Then you, the minister of information, you're supposed to be shining that thing, playing it over and over, so the people will know what the president has done. You're there accusing Snow. That your job, your national security advisor now. That your job. That where's your name again? Apple Pierre? I don't even know your name, my brother. I don't know your name. You're not, Barack Obama said it. You're not you alone don't make the thing. No, you didn't succeed by yourself. We help you to succeed. You can't start trouble every day. Every day. You're not talking good about the president. Look at the beautiful road the president building across the road. We don't even hear it. Across the bridge. We don't even hear, boy. We don't hear, boy. The road that has been built. I don't agree with it as an engineer. From an engineering perspective, I think the people are doing a bad job. But that's not the issue. It is not about the engineering part of it. That's something we'll discuss years down the line when it starts falling apart. Then we'll criticize. But for now, it's shining. Liberian people love it. But they hearing you. The Liberian people can hear you. You talking about it? You're talking about Edwin Snow want to destabilize. If anybody want to destabilize the government, it's you. Because you got nothing to offer. You have nothing to offer. You're not bringing anything on this table. Then you come on the table with your hand full, like there you follow your hand, and then you come on the table of progress. The table on a President Waka, the table of progress. You sit around the table of progress, you're cutting each other down, blaka, bloko, blaka. What kind of business is this? But here's the bad thing about you and your people. All of you are young. And by the time you leave the office, you will not have anything more than what you have now. You can't come back here to come work because you will be 6 years older. And you don't have the experience now. What are you going to do? Why have Donald Trump or the American people call you to come be a minister of information at the White House? Where? What country you go to now? Or Africa will call you? Or Guinea will call you? Or that Sierra Leone will call you? Unity Party. You think you'll get back after President Waka leave, you'll get power? The behavior you'll get? What you're doing so? We thought we help you to come and clean house. We said, President, we are this. President, you're making, I will take my time. I will on here. President, we are you. Hey, my goodness, he's from the southeast, but my people, he's something else. No role. I talk about role. President, we are you come in, you bring Samuel to us, say blah blah blah. You say benevolent dictator. We talk about that. President, we are you come here, you map out $25 million. We talk about that. President, where you coming with $5,000 to $100,000 pair of shoes? We talk about that. President, we are. You come here and you say whatever you're gonna do. We talk about everything. You got houses everywhere. Your people, you're picking. You see champagne to wash car. We talk about that. What is the difference? What's the difference? Besides the president's agenda, that is straightforward. It's not that complicated. President Baka's agenda is not that complicated. But you make it, you turn it into all kinds of nyama thing. We don't even recognize it again. Arrest agenda. a general rested, what a general rested or rested something. I don't even recognize it anymore. The few among you who are very serious to do something good, the few among you, you see, you think you're smart, you think you're smart, but you see, we all Liberian. What you do to me now? Well, I come to Liberia, you want came in the total, I beg you. And that way I die in my own place where I was born. You see? But you think you're smart. You think you're smart. You're not smart. Talk to me and tell me how smart it is that you're stealing. But when you look in front of your door, you got hundreds of people lining up for you to give them money. And you call that smartness? That's not smartness up again. That wickedness. That wickedness. Rescue one, calling rescue two, rescue, and I would say tenfold, tenfold, tenfold. But let me go back. We've seen these things before. I got some document here. When I start reading it, you will say, hey man, I thought I was yesterday. No. Some of them 30 years ago. The same behavior. The people use it that the same behavior still the same. Then how you expect to progress? You refuse to learn. You refuse to learn from the past. Just yesterday, President Weah and his people, they were here doing the same thing you're doing. They know will come out here. Well, President Waka and his people are going to change everything. They're going to change things around. The progress that the people are bringing you are unable to withstand it. It will be too much for the Liberian people. Yes, success is guaranteed, we said. You come to power from day one, from that inaugural process, when that money business started, from day one, from that inaugural process, when they met, oh, Rescue 2 is here. Rescue 2, tenfold, 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 Rescue 2, tenfold. And now Rescue 2 is here. Anybody you want, you can count. But I don't see Rescue 2 picture here. I don't see a picture here. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, from day one, the man who was supposed to get new car, the man said he got a new car. We know what happened. From day one, you started the corrupt behavior. They keep going and on and on. CDC, they're not in position to talk about it. They can cry all they want. Who listening to them say? They got nothing to say. But what happened to Rescue 2? Rescue 2, Rescue 1, calling Rescue 2. Tenfold, 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 tenfold. But anyway, CDC, they're not in any kind of good position to talk about these things. They're not. But let me get back to Unity Party. Immediately when I start with that, I did one whole week show on 12. What's his name again? Not Samuel 12, man. The other 12. George 12. No. What's it? I don't forget it 12. Now I know. I come to kind struggle calling it name. Not that important to me. But that 12 man, the way he put it more on John Molu. First, he and John Molu not equal. They're not even in the same class when it comes to intellectual level. But he put it more on John Molu that night. I was so vexed. I took 1 week on it. And this is when they dropped John Molu out of their program, I knew exactly that we were in trouble, my people. I am on 12. Thank you, Clarence. That's why I like you, Piggy. I like you. I like your business too much. That I'm on 12. I'm on 12. Okay? That I'm on 12. You put more on John Molu. John Molu said you can say all you want to say, but where is the turn of reference that you want me to come help you with? Nothing. Everybody, the way they operate in the morning. You see right here? Okay, yeah, let me tell you a little secret about me. You see this here? You see this? This is a paper. So before I come on my show, I'll go through the news and see which will be the best topic to talk about that I'm going to be enjoying talking about. Then I make notes of what I want to say, how I want to say it. Not everything I will write. But I got plenty. I got plenty. I have tons of reference, as John Monroe would say. Where was a ton of reference, John Monroe asked? Nothing. Well, y'all want you to work. How y'all want me to work? Well, how am I working? Where am I working? Where am I going? What is the end result that you want from me? Don't just tell me, say you want me to work. That's not going to work because I have to have something to go by. Blueprint, and those of us that are in the technical area we like the blueprint business. And he can't that night and put more on John Monroe. I thought the next day, 2 weeks, I said the pig got nothing to offer. Oh. The people you see all day, you put your more John Monroe. When they leave John Monroe behind, the next thing we will know, they will put it. Rescue 2, rescue 1, calling rescue 2. What happened? I saw you. What happened? They kick you out? Rescue 2, rescue 2. Rescue 1 is calling rescue 2. 10-4, 10-4, 10-4. Okay. I said, when they finish with John Monroe, when they put John Monroe aside, they will put a puppy in the bubble. I predicted that long time ago. See you, I saw you earlier. You want to join me? I had tonight. You come tonight, you ain't got nothing to offer. You will run away from the show. Your own show. Your own show, CEO. Join me tonight. The liberal is on fire. The liberal is on fire. God, I don't like these kinds of behavior. I will say the truth, what I believe to be the truth. So here we are now. Here we are. What exactly within the last year and a half or something, what can they come out? Yellow machine, not there. $22 million roll, not there. We're going on. Scholarship, not there. We're going on. We're going on. When they're ready to take the old man and put him in a chicken wire, something they call a hospital, and they can't do. Who called him?
Yes, yes. So, rescue father is here.
You're not rescued. You're not the one been calling all night. No,
call answer.
Mr. So I did not call you. I called rescue 2. I said you want to join me because I'm hot tonight. You want to join me? Be ready for it.
They have abandoned you. They left you in the lion's den.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Rescue 2 will soon be here. But let me finish. So when they're ready, they put an old man in a chicken fence. They call it hospital. All kind of nyama thing behind that. Our father you put in the public gathering like that. That he the one you put the chicken wires on him, then you lay in you can't get speech. For what? Because the man believe in you. You just let him do any kind of thing. Let him say whatever he wants because he believe in you. If he didn't give him speech about scholarship, nothing. That a lie. Yeah, here we go. Rescue 2 is here, folks. Again, let me welcome Rescue 2. Rescue 2, thank you for joining us tonight. Wow, even your picture said bigger than my own. Rescue 2. 10-4, 10-4, 10-4, folks. The Rescue 2 is here.
Yeah.
We're ready to roll. Thank you for joining me. Let me wrap my tabata up and then I'll bring you in. So, they're not stopping there. Oh. They now start lying again. They're making Edwin Small Kaka smell sweet. That Edwin Small or whatever name is, that you the one you're supposed to be making shine like this, yeah? They're not foolishness. Thank you for joining me. CEO, thank you for joining me. Terry, thanks for joining me tonight. We appreciate all of you. CEO, let's hear from you. What's on your plate? That is, if you even have a plate tonight.
I'm concerned. Why are you crying like this?
Mr. So, tell your own. I will tell my own.
Why you want to blame the messenger?
Mr. So, because these people are not serious.
No, what I'm saying, why do you want to blame the messenger? The messenger, the mailman there. Now, when you owe people, when you are in a real, the creditors ought to do, they pull your name, drop that mailman there is there to process it and deliver it. You can act on it. That's okay. So why do you want to blame the messenger?
Because the messenger doing dirty work behind the scene. That's what we're blaming him for.
is the messenger being instructed to do what he's doing?
No, the messenger lying on his own.
Okay, is someone coming out to say they disagree with the messenger, what the messenger
I
is
am
saying?
saying it
When
now. I am saying it. The old man don't have to say
you
nothing.
see,
I am saying it.
that's hypocrisy at the highest level, and this
It
is
doesn't matter how you describe it.
and this is why I'm waiting to see what the Reverend two going to say to that this
The Reverend
evening.
is always truthful. He would disagree with me if it needs to be. He's always truthful. You can't lie to anybody.
Yeah, okay, I mean, it's sad, and I think you were speaking to some of those things. The lies in the country, and not just only for everybody, kind of running away with it. You have the lies of Fagon, who are being in multiple places, who are said all sort of things. They are all doing it, and that's the Unity Party. Unity Party is noted of destruction. So if you look at the history of that country, all of these things, elements, associates, and people that are affiliates with Unity Party, that's what they are doing. They hate to be uh, the very things that they did in the past when other people doing it, they take offense to it. Now this whole thing now they're pushing it all around, and I think it's much bigger because he had made a declaration that he wants to run, that he will be contestant. So he exposed himself. He becomes a target. So what they want to do now, they're going to get him, they're going to drag him, and make sure that he's brought down to the knee. That's what happened when George Weah left in the soonest time. He was showing the signs of being president. That's where they started. Okay, you're not going to be using the VIP. So there, right away, there's some sort of fear because the fact of the matter, even though he was defeated, but he does have a base. Politics is, anything can happen, anything can change. So in order to avoid that, they're going to make sure and get at him. And I think exactly that's what he's doing. I wouldn't be surprised when the recall Eugene Fagon then they're blowing the horn out, and that's what they are doing. And don't get me wrong, it will be escalated to the highest level. That Snow will be brought down. They're gonna bring him down. They're gonna drag him. But what you
Oh,
did, Miss
I'm hearing some kind of echo from your end, CEO.
for me,
Yeah,
um,
yeah,
yeah,
coming from
okay,
you.
I think I'm hearing that too. I don't know where it's coming from. You see, anytime when I start to score some good points, then
What good point? Your Tabata, you talking about good point?
they
I
start
beg
playing
you, man.
from which.
Let
Okay, I
let's
think
hear from the
okay,
C.
let's let it go. Let me see what I can do. No, bro, I don't see anything
Okay.
here.
I still hearing it. You here tonight to derail my show.
So, okay, let me get off and see what I can come back in. All right.
No, you get up. Well, you're not coming back in there until the rescue team allow you in. So let's hear from you, Terry. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, yeah, Clarence Davis said, "Thank you for coming rescue too. The Tabata is too." Clarence
Yeah.
Davis. Why is he said, "I talking Tabata." But let's hear from you. Let's hear from you. Say you want to join us, please do so. Bring your sand, a bucket of sand, and then Gary, you will able to put sand in there tonight. Join us, Sensei,
Yeah.
if you care to. Let's hear from you, Rescue 2. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, man, Deborah, it's just a matter of what's going on. Actually, I think that and myself will just be a little bit, but within the 10, 15 minutes, I will go come back.
Okay.
But yeah, so I think that this whole thing, Geraldine, PRM, what they're doing there, that what Snow want. Snow wants them to go after him
To
because
make it popular.
yeah, Snow already drowning politically. So Snow want them to leave all the business, what they got focusing on, what they're working on, what they're trying to put the whole arsenal on him. And that is what they're doing. Snow alone have distracted your entire government. So the things that you're supposed to be saying to the people, to show the people, showcasing your government work and what you're doing, you are distracted now to focus on Snow. Now Snow is gaining popularity. Look at the kind of predicament Snow have put you in. Snow made you to write against him. So now what Snow position is saying that Snow now is going to be saying that the government does not support freedom of speech.
Mm-hmm.
That's from that perspective he will be coming from. You
Mm-hmm.
can't challenge that. You know, then people talk looking at what happened to Ponati Kofa in recent time. Then now we have Snow again coming. So people are seeing that the government is on like from one to another, from one to another. Your focus supposed to be that is what Snow does. Snow knows how to grab on something to step off a political vibe, that relevance. He's looking for that relevance. In Liberian politics, the only way you can gain popularity is for the government to come after you.
Mm-hmm.
Just where Snow wanted them to be, that where he had placed them. And they will not stop. They're talking about going after him to remove him from the ECOWAS parliament and all those kind of things. Let's look at some of the statements that other people made in the past. Why the
Mm-hmm.
government didn't write up on them, like Yeke Koloba. Yeke
Mm.
Koloba challenge, he said he will go to the president mansion and pay him for that during the saga.
Right.
Melvin Cole threatened the peace of the country and said he will bring war. Why didn't the information minister do a write up on them? So if you targeting Snow, then it means that you going after somebody. Then it means that it's a calculated attempt. Then you put yourself now in the position that Snow wants you to be in. Then he can use that against you politically. You may win now, but in the future you will lose.
Mm-hmm.
So the government is not playing a good hand
Mm-hmm.
because Snow is serving as a bait for the opposition.
Yep.
You know, take
Yep.
for look at all the history. Most of the people the government in the past went after, they made them popular.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Henry Costa. Look at all those guys. You make the person popular when you go. And I just look at Unity Party, sorry, get. I just laughing at them because these were the things that we condemn in CDC. And unfortunately, we are praising it in Unity Party government. How can you be doing that? You can't be doing that. You're gonna be putting your government, you're exposing your government to a political downfall. And I'm not gonna support that kind of a strategy. I
Thank you.
agree Snow were wrong, but they asking for Snow to apologize. How is Snow apologize? Snow knows that if he apologizes, it defeats the purpose of what he's trying to do politically.
Mm-hmm.
So that is why he's saying he's not going to apologize. And he wants you to go and remove him from the you. He wants you to write that letter so he can have it as evidence against you
Mm-hmm.
in the future. That's what he wants. Because the man is drowning politically. The man will not be able to regain Bomi County. So that's why he want to go for the bigger fish. And he's looking for that political relevance. And you giving it to him. And that is what pisses me off about the government. You're
He
giving the
want
man the
he want to
political
go to he
relevance.
want to go to my understanding. He want to go to River Cess.
Because he losing big time in bombing. Snow is
That
not
that that
political
Western that
heavyweight.
Western that Western cross stuff is not doing well for him still.
Yeah, he's not look at what he did to that whole deal. That what made the people did not support him or 2023. Most of the candidates he put a hand, all the people denied them because the people had problem with him. That company that in our play in Bombing County, that the way they're running it. So because of the people showed to him that we don't want you. So he losing political weight. And the best way to regain that relevance is to push the government so the government will come after him.
The
And that is
government
why he's
doing that.
doing that. The man need have taken the whole media. Why you think Snow will go to Spoon TV? Why you think Snow fasting Spoon TV? Because he want to attract the government attention. He wants to attract them. And that's why he wanted them that where they go. Then I listen to Eugene Fargon then talking. Eugene Fargon, you were the same guy who brought CDC down. Do you remember?
Because of this argument
Have
with
you
Snow.
forgotten? They see Snow, man, you and him were fighting. The man put you in jail that time. The people when they hold you in the air. Okay, all the things pass. But guess what? You were the same man who was defending the government against Yeke Koluba, against Henry Costa. At the end of the day, where did the government end? And where are you now?
And the government push him aside
I don't know why they don't retrospect the past.
because
Who
then they
is
will
a
learn.
politician? That is how he has been surviving in the landscape of politics in Liberia. You understand the Liberian political circuit. When the government goes after you, you gain political dividend. Let just like and Fonati Kofa. If today Fonati Kofa stand in Monserrato County and say, I want to be senator, that was is history
That's it.
because of what happened to the capital. The whole world saw the capital went up in flame. Up to now, you have not been able to bring people to book to put them in jail for what happened to the capital. Then you jump or you going beyond somebody that is less political, that have less political dividend. I don't understand. I leave it there, Labor.
Thank you. That's why I
Yeah.
say rescue one. Rescue one is calling rescue two, and then I would say 10-4, 10-4. Let's hear from you, Mr. CEO of LPR. Let's hear from you. The kind of analysis that this young man have brought up here tonight is an analysis that is well stand time, the test of time. Let's put it that way. And the president of the Republic of Liberia will really appreciate these type of analysis the rescue two are giving us here. Let's hear from you, Mr. So.
Is the president in solution with what is happening?
Mr. So, please take the president near the conversation. The president, we're talking different things.
No, you see, it's not a matter of talking different things. And this is why you don't like. And for some of you who remembers have history of how things went back in the country, we don't want it to go. And that's how people, because people hate to be told the truth. When you tell them the truth, then they think they're going to reconstruct it and go to read. That's their business. I mean, it's always the same. But people must learn from the past. We saw that happening. You were giving it your monologue in everything. With the late council people, I remember the late Harry Johnson, who is also from my town. Harry Johnson came from the States. He was in the village. He came, came to have some stuff. And, and that's the danger in Africa because you cannot win government. Government is the rock, the weight of government. It's not like in the Western side, where you can take the government to court. I'm not saying people don't win cases, but when you are being labeled as some sort of person of enemy of the government, or you've been seen as a wanted person or as a target, it's dangerous. And he has the right to say always saying that is all he like, because we have seen what happened before. People who said things and people took it personal and the government did not like it. Government went after the people. We saw what happened. We know what happened when government accused you of some sort of this sort of high felony crime. We saw what happened, and we saw the end result. And people say, "Oh, it can't happen." We get a lot of stupid people who follow stupid things, and that's what happened in the country. And they think it just gone away. It has not. That country is infested. People were not properly demobilized. People are still traumatized. You see people killing girlfriend, they're doing this one, eating for nothing. It's not for nothing. Because the people minds is still not settled. They were now properly integrated into the system. And do you think now the people are forgetting? We saw the abuse of power from the 80s and other places. It led people to do things that they have no other choice but to protect their own civil liberties. And people think they get control over it and that you can just go at one person or you can just go at people. Now remember, he might be a single person, but there we have so many attachment to those people. They have people who look up to them too for their daily bread. And that's what I need to understand. And so when we're talking these things, and we're bringing the president name inside, yes, we have to bring the president name inside because he is the leader. If he says and allow his people to do crazy things and he doesn't say anything and they think they are doing the good, at the end of the day, we saw that. I was in Monrovia that 1 o'clock when Samuel Doe left to the mansion down to how do you call it, Freeport. All of those people that were around here at the end of the day, what I say, the silly Thompsons and all of those people there, the Doe were not listening to people. Though he never listened. We saw that history repeating itself, Charles Taylor, and all of that. Joseph Boyka being around for the longest. Edwin Snow is an opposition. I'm not seeing anywhere where an opposition to a validated government position, where especially when he had declared that he wants to run. So this sort of political statement will come for Jeremy Pierre to come and lie and only to say something and come out and say, well, that's government position. He was here, the cloud reloaded. He was saying all sort of ridiculous things, how they want to lead people to New Jersey, they know where the government people, they're going to attack them, they're going to do this. Who went after them? And the thing is okay. The thing is okay. And so when these things are happening, if the president, one of the longest serving persons in government in Liberia now, yesterday, well, he said he was parked. Now he is the chauffeur. And now the chauffeur is acting like a cowboy who doesn't want to be.
Okay.
No,
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. So. Thank you very much.
So why are you cutting me off?
Yeah, because I want to say something. That's why. Well, we're not going to let. No, but we're going to let you continue to steamroll the whole thing here. Okay, moderate your.
Yes, okay. Let me quickly elaborate. No, honestly, these are painful things because few people, because of their own selfish gain. Look, see what this Eugene Fagon we're talking today. This is the managing director of the State Broadcasting Corporation. Has he become? His position is equivalent as a ministerial position. So he now the deputy spokesperson now to the government of Liberia. Now he won't be the Jeremy now and placing his indictment, calling for his recall. Now, if this is being put into action, then what do we say? Then is the government sanction it, the government endorse it, and we need to speak these things. This is bad. They are endangering lives and property in our country, and the thing is okay.
Thank you, Mr. So. I thank you very much. I think these things they don't end well. Yeah, go ahead, rescue.
Coming by later.
Okay, all right. Thank you for releasing me again tonight. I appreciate that, rescue too.
He not leave you with me. So get ready. Hey, man.
I'll just park you in the garage now. I got to fight with you. But no, Mr. So, on a very serious note,
I don't know.
Some of us see, I've always stated this on this platform. Yes, I've been around. And I've always seen from one thing to another. I was there that Saturday morning, April 14th. I was there at Power Headquarters. The rest is history. I was there, the cool, that Sunday morning. I was there. The rest is history. I was not there for the war, but in the United States where I was at the time, where I was and still am, there were a lot of things that was happening here that I witnessed. And so we know these things don't end well. You're dealing with human emotions. You are dealing with human emotions. And so you're not going to always succeed in keeping power. The president ran an election of inclusive election. Election where he believed there is no North Liberia, South Liberia, East Liberia, West Liberia, Liberia. And thousands and millions of Liberia believe in him. Now, yes, the funny thing here, the people like the Minister of Information, they were juggling for position at the time. when the young Liberians were in the street of the city of Monrovia, rainy season, trying to elect this president. When the president was elected, the president decided to bring the best, what he considered to be the best among us, to help him move his agenda forward. But many of these people, what the president, his folks didn't do was to do the homework to see who can produce. Not because the person was in charge of a cluster during the transitional period, that because that person was in charge of a specific cluster, therefore that person must be the minister of that area. That is not good. And that's what we're suffering from today. There are few. When was the last time you heard the agriculture minister name in the paper or on any of the social media programs? The man is doing wonderful, wonderful things, but they don't talk about it. These are the kinds of people the Minister of Information is supposed to be showcasing. So their name and their work will be in the mouths and faces of Liberia, so Liberians can see. But instead, every day, like I said, from the date of inaugural up to this point, every day the person stealing, that person stole, the person about to steal, and it doesn't end. And what I do notice also, and I hope it's not the trend here, I have not seen a true shake-up in this government. You don't have to fire.
Who you should be asking?
Excuse me?
Who you should be asking about shake-up, not shake-up?
Yeah, I'm just making a statement. Mr. So let me make my point, please. I'm not in a witness. I'm not on a witness stand or in a courthouse tonight, please. The point that I'm making here is, even if it is a musical chair, do so. Because once these people are in this position for long, they become complacent. And as a result, they think they are unshakable. As a result, they think they are unmovable. As a result, they believe they can do anything and get away with it. And as a result, also, the president get angry and come and make a statement to say, if you're going to steal, make sure that my people benefit from your stealing. Because he's angry. Because he's angry. Mr. So, yeah, my view, please, I'm entitled to it. Mr. So, let me come to you here on this issue. I know the way things are going, I truly believe that if they continue to go this way, Unity Party, their behavior will expose them, and the president will take the high road. And like I stated before, and I will say again, the president's name is etched in the history of the Liberian book. He is now president. He will never be, that title will never be taken away from him. Just like Jingen Robber, his name is still in the history book as president of the Republic of Liberia. And so is this president. But those young people, the intent of service is to serve the people so that you will leave a mark, a positive mark in the lives of the people that you're serving, so they will remember you tomorrow, the kinds of work you have done. But when these people leave office,
who are the young people you're talking about?
Me, like me. When these people leave office, tomorrow, do you think that anybody will remember them for goodness or for ugly behavior, Mr. So? Let's hear from you.
Look, I don't know who the young people you are referring to. As far as
I said me.
I mean, you're not talking to yourself. You're talking about people in government, and this sort of idea they brought in to help. Well, it's not. It's a call to service, not just to help. He knows these people. Brinking Jeremy and all of these people it's not in isolation. These people they were pushing the line. They were the good mouthpiece for them when they were in the opposition. So obviously they're going to be a political payback, and we all know that. That's how it works. You talk for people. At the end of the day, you must get a political payback, and that's exactly why it is. what we are
So how
seeing,
can I get political people? I've been talking about this the government for so long. How
you
come
are
they're not
you
paying
are
me back?
you are consulting to the Minister of Public Works. So consulting is one of the
I,
fabulous. You are
why
consulting to the Minister
why
of
you
Public
want
Works, Mr. Boyka.
to?
So I mean,
I'm a
you also.
I'm a consultant to who?
Well, I mean, I don't know which other guy you want to speak, but you're a consultant to Gideon. So I mean,
Okay, okay.
you're cooking your own share too. So this is why you sit down here and you blow these horn when people talk. You want to share people down. You have your
Okay.
Clarence David and there, the other on the other end
So
cheering.
Clarence David also is a consultant then.
And maybe he's a direct beneficiary of you, and that's why it's a network. So that's how it works. So people, we who have this sort of open-minded discussion about the country and some of the things that are happening, we frown on it. People see it as to being an anti. It's not an anti because these are things that we saw in the past, and much was not done get us to be where we are today. And then we think you think it's okay. It wasn't okay yesterday. It's okay today. That's what the crazy thing you have the Jefferson Koji, the two making reckless statement, and George Weah was sitting down there, leave from there Sunday, go to church, and you think he was speaking, making mockery out of himself, saying he making a mock. That's exactly the opposite Joseph Boyka is doing. All of the things that he promised, all of the things that he said that wouldn't happen. There's going to be a change process. There's going to be a new day. People will be held accountable. How many people being held accountable? You having his minister, senior government officials making statements, saying things that have the propensity to derail the peace process, creating havoc. I mean, staging coup within your own government, ruthlessly removing the elected speakers because they want to be served, because they want to have their way, because they want to gain dominance over government, and because they want to they want to pose themselves as the Goliath. It is unacceptable. And it is not in the sort of age that we are in. It's not in the 80s. Even in the 80s, we saw how people went against Samuel Doe. Even before military, and when he transitioned to whatever civilian, people still stood there. And if they think that it's okay that we were talking about these people yesterday, and people think that because they drown themselves into this whole party, we all been part of a political party, but these parties, they are very useless. As a water almost went in some of our eyes with the same very united party. But it is a very divisive and polarized party that all of these bad things that have been happening, they are hands never, when you check it, they are all part of it. So when these things are happening, we are talking about things that we saw, things that we experienced, and the danger that involved. Some people hold these things, but when they spill it out, the repercussions is deadly. And so we want the president. He is the president. He's not, whether if he's even seeking re-election, that's not the point. That's not the time for it right now. He must take charge. He should not allow other leaders to emerge when he is still the leader of the party until he raised the hand of somebody to say, oh, this is the next step better, then that's it. But everybody, the same thing we're talking about. They want Gera. He's supposed to be focusing on the urban communication, rural communication thing. He has nothing to do. Let the Ministry of Information respond. That's the official spokesperson. But for the direct, I never saw Moses Washington doing that. I never saw Alhaji Kroma. He did one stupid thing and I had those sacking. I never saw Carton Carpet then doing all of those kind of things. But now, so like you said, society has involved, and people drown themselves, and then tomorrow, then they remove themselves from the scene. And that we is the civilian, the citizenry, we are also problem because we do not have the guts to tell our people when they're doing something wrong because you don't want them to feel bad because they're your political leader.
Speak for yourself. I've always made my point. I always made my point, and I'm not afraid of that. So I'm not one of those. But let me say this, Mr. Soul. I think
because people went through a lot. Why should we be doing this here? There are some good things that they are doing. That's where their direction should be, and it will pay off. But when you decide to do this, because whatever that is happening, that is being considered as a political witch hunt, whether you like it or not, because he's an opposition. And it doesn't mean because of the opposition he can say something, but if he breaks the law, for somebody to say, I want you to be at one time, is that a crime? We haven't seen that. We never heard that before. And they're creating
Okay. Let's move on to because I don't think
That's
that this is
ridiculous.
good. Okay, let's move on to the different subject matter. I don't like the way you're going about this thing here tonight. Yeah.
You people are some of the problem because you
Well,
always want to
whatever.
control what you want to hear. And people
Whatever.
say,
But why you can't even praise the government small say?
it's not a matter of praise. The government is the obligation of the government to take care of its people. I do not have to praise them. When
Okay.
they
All right.
provide
Thank you, Mr.
what
So.
to do, that's their obligation. That's what they sign up for. That's their constitutional obligation. So to praise them, well, I'm not part of that. Your praising thing. When they do it, you see it is okay. But what we are saying, that's their responsibility. You are engineer for president. You're doing rule and doing all of that. We should come here and come praise you. That's what you sign up for. That's what they pay you for. You're making good money. You think if you're not doing it well, you will keep that job. You will not keep the job. So I'm not going to be part of that pressing thing. You and Clarence and the other folks, you can be part of that pressing thing.
Thank you, Mr. So. Again, folks, if you're listening, Samson told the Libra is in charge tonight. I have with me the CEO of LPR, Mr. So is here. And earlier, Rescue 2 was here. Rescue 2 came on board and got everything settled tonight. Mr. So, let's move on to other subject matter here, the Republic of Liberia. And that is, forget about Mr. Snow issue, which we all pounce on and believe that what they did, the government is not in the right mood to do these kinds of stuff. But let's go to the larger issue here. Is there anything this government is doing that perhaps they need to good that they're doing that is good that they need to put out in the eyes of the public for the public to know what they're doing? Is there anything in your mind or from whatever you?
Absolutely. I mean, peace is being kept. We're seeing some significant progress being made in terms of working on rules. But we want them to keep track of, we want them to be on track in doing these things. We don't want today, like in your own words, if I could borrow, one day they say it, the next day they put their foot in your throat by minister, director, deputy minister, this other person, and all of that, saying all of this thing is a complete distraction. The government should be a focus-oriented institution to focus on the social services of its people, better society, better governance, people being held accountable, providing the services. That's why you sign up for. That's why people went to the poll. That's why you were elected, and they removed the other person because he was unable to govern. And we all believe that, but some of us were still apprehensive because of this. Seeing some of these same folks that are around that here they're gonna play around this woman. And I've said this over and over. These Moja boys for so long they are wanting to get closer to state power. They are there now, and they are doing everything possibly they can. So it's not about he being president, like you're making this reference, Joseph Jenkins Robert. Well, those days, right now, you want to be remembered. There must be a legacy. It's not just all about being a president, then that's just, or it's all about title, but I'm talking about your function, things that you're going to do, things that history with retrospect to say, yeah, under his presidency, this is what happened. We saw this thing around. Is it over now? Absolutely not. Does he still have the time in his favor? Yes. But he must be able to take bold steps. He must be able to, even those who made these political sacrifices for him to get to the presidency, some of them must be held accountable. People take people for granted. And they think, that's that's the good side of Trump. I like. You can be who with him, you can stop. But when you're not when you're not doing what is right, it doesn't matter whether you're conducting training. He will fire you, you will go. We should not, like the official spokespersons of the government. No, Mr. Toh, on a serious note, we saw the distraction within the CDC government, where everybody felt they were so close, they were the best they were so close to the president, and when they speak, it means the president speaks, and we're hearing the multiple voices, and some of these things being perfected into action, and we saw the repercussion. Now, if we're seeing these sort of same semblance sounds and signal coming, then we must call the attention of the government to say, hey, we saw this just not too long ago, less than a year ago. How could you were roaming all around? How two of them were doing it? You playing a stereo, benevolent dictator, who's strong. Nobody can do anything. Eugene, wait, they say Fagon then, they're not Fagon, Lane, not Eugene Nambi. They're telling people to shut their mouth. I mean, we're seeing the different versions of that. And it is good that this president who is very mature, who works in government, who is experienced. He was next to the president. So, I mean, he's informed. He should know what to say, how the system works. He's saying his own word, even though we yet to get the full context of his meaning. He was part, meaning he was not involved maybe in some decision making, even though he traveled over 50 countries to proxy the affairs of the government. So we don't know what he's talking about. But if that opportunity wasn't given to him as the head, now he is the head. So then what's stopping him when people are going out of track that he cannot call them to attention?
Thank you. Thank you,
with it tonight.
Thank you, Mr. So. I think I've given you a lot of latitude tonight. I've given you a lot of time to talk.
Oh, your people Clarinet testing you now, right? I know Clarinet. They play Clarinet now. You want that to
I was too open a lot, but Mr. So.
No, seriously. I mean, the country is fragile. You know, we should. I mean, you know, they are all good. I listened to Sando today. Plans how the southeastern side are going to be connected, all of that. Now, let's assume maybe Boyka doesn't want to, he's not going to contest. If he decide not to contest and he decide to make a pick, and this outlined by Minister Samuel Johnson today, how the southeasterns and other places going to be connected, then you know what that does? It defeats the purpose of the man who said he was a barrel medicine and he didn't do anything. So then what is he coming to? What is it? What are they coming to run on? You understand what I'm saying? So you don't want to do anything to create a chaos into your own system because you are a leader. The guy saying the man who is down fear no fault. So why would you want to waste your time with somebody who wants your job? Do you think they're going to tell you, say you get a ring on Nick? They're not going to tell you that.
Thank you, Mr. So I will soon open the line, guys, so that you. In fact, let me just, Mr. So, let me open the line. Those who want to call can call in and give their own contribution. But I don't have Chinese phone anymore, so whatever you want to say here, we just ask you to be respectful. We just ask you to be respectful. Go ahead, give us a call, 916-533-2048. Give us a call here tonight. Let's hear from you. But Mr. So,
Clarence, you can call my number.
No, Clarence, know your number. So, but Mr. So, let's go back. And you said something here very interesting. That if the government were to be successful in connecting Liberians all over the country, in connecting road connectivity, connecting it from one point to another, then perhaps the by road medicine will not be effective in running his campaign. Because I believe, and I agree with that, I believe that the road issue, hold on 1 minute. Samson told Labrador Public, what's your name, where you're talking to, and who are you, where you come from, where your name?
My name Ambrose. I'm calling from Louisville. And Mr. School, how you doing?
Where you laughing for?
Ambrose, so that the Liberal Progressive is your friend now, right?
He can hear you.
Wait. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Tool, you know, you work as an engineer, you work for a firm or you work for a construction company?
That ain't business.
The man work for the state of California.
Because it's
I work.
now.
No, Ambrose. I work for the state of California.
Okay, yeah. So I know you had a design department, but you still get the superintendent or the manager that supervise the whole project. You know, it's about time now our president start to take responsibility, because this thing is starting. It will go out of hand. You know, if you're going to silence everybody, you know, you're turning on a bad rule, because you know, the president says so many things. The president, one of the mark the president there, he said, if you don't win the election, Liberia are going to end. And he went to a rally when he was vice president with EPA officers. Nobody went after them. There was a lot of stuff about Jovial, how Jovial was bad, Jovial was this, Jovial government was going to be a one-thing government. But we never heard any opposition say, oh, they were trying to shut them down. And you know, Liberia is all we have. We should try to keep the peace and maintain the peace over there. You know, because this country will keep start making tension, or we can start creating animation for everybody. We should be beyond that point. We're going through 14-year war where people kill people that had no cause to die, and you know, we should be having that type of discussion. Look at the type of crime you putting on that guy on Edmund. That's not a small crime. If you tell him it's treason, it may sound simple. And the information minister came to support us on another channel, on another news channel, to say, yeah, that's the statement from the government. The government stand with that statement.
So they're asking who is the government?
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
It should be embarrassed and be shamed. And you know, I believe Joseph Barker is a word of it, which is a South something. You know, that probably is not a word of everything that's going on, but just because he the head and people are going to be blaming him. Because when everything go wrong in our country, they're not going to be blaming Jeremiah Pierce to say, oh, Jeremiah Pierce was the cause. Because nobody's going to, that Joseph Barker, everybody's going to go be blaming. And you know, everybody, and the bad thing about the proving what people say our president was. He keep malice and he did it. And that's what they're doing right now.
Yes,
because I said, I don't let Mr. Toe and Mr. Toe become now president and Mr. Toe start. How you can have a meeting with how you and Mr. So can have a meeting and the next day you go after Mr. So? What logic in that? What the first day you took the meeting? You just reject the meeting. Yeah, you could just reject the meeting up front. But why you take a meeting and later somebody's going to start going after somebody? Thank you. But Mr. So, I really appreciate you. I know I like the way you speak truth to power. That's why. Mr. T, you do extremely well. You know, you my papi, you do extremely well.
But why are you praising the man for? Why are you praising the man?
No, but because you like to say you know the truth, but because you have.
The man is compromised.
Ambrose, late in Louisville. So go to bed. Thank you very much.
Ambrose, the man is compromised.
Thank you. Let me bring in Aaron Brother. Aaron Brother, good evening. Hold on.
You're giving people headache on the network.
Good evening, Mr. Brother. Thank you for joining us. What's on your mind tonight?
Good evening, Mr. Toe and Mr. So. How you guys doing?
Thank you.
Hey, player, what's up?
Yeah, I just wanted to weigh in on the conversation.
Go ahead.
Mr. So, weigh a little bit though, not because Daniel Santos say the connectivity will be like this in the southeast and this and that. It means that it will actually happen. So let's wait and see it first, okay? Before you start saying the government doing a lot of good things. Look, what I wanted to say about this whole thing with Edwin Snow and
but by the way, congratulations. I think the picture I saw on the Facebook, somebody graduating, I believe that's your daughter, right?
Yeah, my daughter, yeah.
Congratulations. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
She graduated from Georgia State.
Wow. Small baller, you got daughter that graduated from college already? Congratulations, my man. Congratulations.
Maybe they are small for. I'm hitting the 50 mark, Mr. So.
Oh wow, okay, all right. Let me hold on 1 minute. Let me put it. I hope the person I will put. Let me merge this person here. Hopefully, it will not. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Bradford. Go ahead. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Yeah, and you know, to talk about this stuff, you know, Gerald Limit Pierre. I know what I'm saying. Your name correct.
Whatever name
Pierre
you
they
gave
had
tonight,
their
okay with
platform.
me.
Yeah, Pierre they had a platform. You know, a couple of years ago, and they had all kinds of things to say.
Rescue 2 is back. Rescue 2 is back.
You know,
Rescue 2 is back.
Nobody went after Pierre there. Nobody went after them to say, "Oh, what you guys saying is prisoners and blasey blasey blaza." Rescue Senator Darius DeLong. Darius DeLong said he would stone the president convoy. He would order people to stone the president convoy. Nobody went behind Darius DeLong. Nobody went behind him. You know, to listen to people saying, "Oh, the president is not involved, is not aware of what's going on." I disagree with that. The same thing happened during the during the speaker saga. He invited the speaker to go to Rome with him. When we looked, they were planning to remove the speaker while the speaker was in Rome. He just invited Snow to his house. And the sad thing about this thing, the government sending a letter out on Saturday. Who's working on Saturday? I mean, we got to stop these things, okay? Unity Party government in power now. Let them govern the country. Let them do what they said they were going to do.
Thank you.
All the experience they came with, we want to see those experiences. The roads connectivity that they're talking about, we want to see those things happening. Because when we go Liberia, we want to stay in Liberia and look at Liberia like Atlanta too. To say, "Oh, we're in Atlanta," or "I'm in my country." Look at
or Miami.
Let's forget about Miami. We use Atlanta. We use Miami. Don't use
Atlanta. You see the other old man. You see the old man.
That Joria project, Miami. Joria project.
We'll take that.
Okay, thank you.
Anyway, on a serious note, you know, whatsoever, you know, what it did to Senator Snow, it wasn't right. Even Senator Snow, just to close, Senator Snow was speaking on Spoon Network today, and he made mention that this thing is not about the statement that he made. There's rumors going around in Liberia that they want him out of ECOWAS because he is opposition. He shouldn't be in that kind of position. The same thing they did with the speakership. I mean, Unity Party, I don't know. I mean, every time they come around, they want to talk about democracy. I mean, I'm kind of confused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Listen.
Let me take this other call.
Clarence is on the line here.
Okay, but before Clarence, I said, Clarence, let me take this other caller. Caller, go ahead. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Hello.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Tom, for taking this call. This is the guy from Fargo, North Dakota. It's Shan, the We Are Shan. It's calling. This is Teddy Ted Lion in Yankun. I'm calling. I continue to, reiterate this message to the African people. President Joseph Waga, during the time of the election, Joseph Waga had made a deal with the mafias. No one should take it for this.
With mafia?
Mafia.
Yeah. They have been gradually polarizing this country and making the people to be agitated, angry. And at the result, it will be horrible. So this is why he bought a gun-proof or sophisticated gun-proof car. The Liberian people, you yourself, Mr. Toh, that really supported them back then. Your personality and integrity, people still see you always as a very good person. and you make good money, I don't think you are dependent on this government to even pay you for what you're doing. I don't think you're a type of person. But you continue to support this person, the man who bought this type of car. That shows that he has a sinister plan to really make Liberians to be resulted into a problem. We should look at the wave of the South region, what is happening in the South region. And this is challenging, this is not suspended. Every African nation challenged to follow the footsteps of what happened in Burkina Faso. When it comes for us to take control of our natural resources, of everything, these are things we have to be talking about too. We are challenged. Based on that, Ghana is the first country that was challenged, and Ghana have followed the footsteps the past 3 to 4 months. The new president of Ghana, for the first time in their history, go sell almost $4 billion Ghana have experienced, have accumulated in the past 3 to 4 months. They never got that much money when it comes to gold sale. So everybody will have to take control. I hope the house of our lawmakers and everybody, they have to start getting ready. We will feed the Liberian people. We want full control of our country. This is not a political party business. We want full control. And this is about to put us into a serious problem. This is
Thank you. Tell it, liar. Thank you, liar.
To result into civil problem. But let me end on this. When they may severely kill most Sidishan and Liberian people, you're who supporting this government. You'll be responsible for that because it will be a problem. There will be a reactionary tendency based on that. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's hear from Clarence David, folks. Let's hear from Clarence David, Mr. So.
Clarence, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. CEO, I'm here.
Good evening.
Well, why are you calling the CEO number?
Can you give Clarence a chance to talk? The man doesn't want you to talk. Go, Clarence, your paper holder. He didn't want.
You know that bamboo very devout color. You know, our brother from the Mona Young University, you know, the adulting Thomas. The adulting Thomas that say, oh, Jesus, I appear. He said, no, I say, I feel it. The deputy minister is telling you that we are connecting the road. They say, getting a this and that. So I don't know what kind of belief you have. You said that you had a bar road medicine, and the bar road medicine was taking helicopter from Ivory Coast to get to a home country. I mean, thank God that we don't have a president today that will go to a home country that people will be holding leave in their hand and be performing caution. Thank God our vice president is not getting coming on the media to say, oh, me and the president cannot speak. Thank God that we had a responsible leadership. He showed the issue with Edwin Snow. To me, I don't think the government has been proceeding right, as I said it yesterday. Edwin Snow in the government is giving him more chance now, to say himself to the Liberian people. You heard it being Edwin Snow speech tonight. He said even when the issue came on the Senate floor today, the vice president when getting it or endorsing an issue on the Senate floor. And he said he spoke to the vice president. The vice president said that they will provide security. But he bringing the vice president into the identical issue. I don't see a fair in getting into the country. If you are carrying on and getting a development continue with it, forget about it, the structure that coming on your way, because Edwin Snow has no different area to go wrong. You're looking for play now for local rescue. So with all of these things are happening, well, fighting Edison, I heard a woman today on the Facebook, the woman who was in charge of the inauguration, saying that Edison, he tired talking, if I said we'll move you from that place. What are we going that route? We can't, we peacefully getting that family and getting a girl for that you go out of there. Speakership. So if we come into Edison, why deporting Edison to the equal or provision? What can Edison bring to the country? So to me, in that right, the money in which the CEO are talking is right. CEO is right. Because the government not proceeding right. Let's say the truth, Mr. Toh. The Congo may have a saying that says, she can't care. That will happen to us because if we continue getting to bite the government when they're doing the wrong thing, I don't think we'll be doing fair for the country. The good thing that happening, we should talk about when something is wrong. Don't bring it out and get the idea to make correction. Many of these people are doing it here. Sonny breaker in our country, they get 2 passports. They'll be running, coming back to their country. And our poor people will be down there getting a bit suffering. So I'm not in support of the action that the government is taking against Eddie Snow. To me, distracting people's attention from the good thing that happened in the country. Thank you for the show, CEO.
Clarence, go ahead. You still have time.
Clarence, another man running the show. I'm running the show. Then you say thank you to him.
Okay, the Dwayne and the Provoca show, Mr. Toe, we got to be very fine in getting and tell the owners on something is happening. If you have somebody within your government, and trying for what you are doing, take that person for out of that government.
Thank you.
Because
Thank you.
about every is saying that the person is not aware of this thing that's happening. They're bringing a grace page into the Sunday give.
How can that's what I don't even would like to hear. How can he not be aware? It means that he's not in charge. You have things that they be going on, and you say you're not aware. Then that means then you are not a judge. We are. That means you are not in charge, and someone is cutting the shot. You know, and they don't allow him to watch news. So is he just a ceremonial president? We don't want a ceremonial president. We want a president who is alert and we address issue as it comes about immediately.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. So, because the money in which it is going, they can, even when the CDC got in call and they show it, they can be very hard for the defend the government. Something they're doing right for us. So everything we put on risk, but then what the president do, because the president is the one in charge of the country. So the president will continue to show everything on the Minister of Transportation.
Let me tell you the task. All the people that be talking about Joseph Boyka will not, unless Sylvester Grisby decides to resign. Sylvester Grisby was the one that was managing then Ambassador Boyka, now President Foundation. They are classmates. They are long time confident. So all the Tabata, Sylvester really do this. That's what politics is all about. People that you trust. So if they don't trust Sylvester Grisby judgment, I'm not saying everything about him is 100%, but the history of Sylvester Grisby and that of Boyka is a long thing. So they're wasting their time.
Thank you, Clarence. Let me take this other caller.
They see a continue to follow the government. Every little good thing the government trying to do, another destruction will be on it. What kind of government we running?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Caller, quiet. What's your name?
You are
no, what the people don't put it there.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's hear from you.
Yes, this is Saturday. I've been listening to you guys this few days, but I just wanted to just say a little thing concerning why is going on with Edwin Snow and the Ministry of Information, the message they put up there. I strongly believe that people will want to, try to trace it all kinds of ways, but if you're looking back, the president, our own president, took Fonani Kofa to room, and while they were there, you get a group of people that get against Fonani Kofa. Today, it basically is a history as a speaker. So Snow taking picture with the president. It's a sound that show that the Pape is a complete mafia.
Okay, man, let me call you all.
He already took picture with the guy.
All right, Saturday, not Monday. If that's Sunday afternoon, good night.
So that's the same mafia right there.
Saturday, today, Sunday. Goodbye. When it's Saturday, I will call you.
Okay, boy.
Thank you, Saturday. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, my brother. Oh my
Yeah, man.
goodness.
This is so kind of.
Complete
I
mafia,
don't know.
he says. But anyway, let's. Okay, Mr. So, let's close the show. Let's close the show. I want out of here.
Why are
Uh,
you
uh,
closing the show?
Mr. So,
People,
Mr. So, I'm not having a good day. So let's close the show.
oh,
Yeah,
the higher going to run country,
Mr.
and
So,
they
we
vote
gotta
on
close.
their back.
Yeah. Today we're not. Something not going right today at all, and so let's close the show.
Be honest. Be honest with your listener.
Mr. So, I'm
Listen,
running the show. I said
yeah.
nothing good going tonight, so we're gonna close the
What,
show.
but
What you
yeah,
want me to say?
no, you can't leave your audience in suspense. Nothing good. You
I
started
don't
a
have to.
show.
I said nothing good going. My light not working. My channel phone not working. Everything else.
Oh,
So,
you get
Mr. So,
anything again?
no, I don't get channel phone. I don't get channel phone. I promise. That Samson told Labra Public, what's your name? Where you calling from? Make it quick, please.
Yeah, hello, this is Anthony Russell Jr. I'm calling from Philadelphia,
Okay.
Pennsylvania.
Thank you, my brother. Make it long. Make it long. Go ahead and speak your mind.
I just tuned in, and I'm also a panelist on Focus on Nigeria. But I'd love to talk about, what's actually happening with our youth mindset, and try to attach it with the topic as well. I think that these are conversations that we should be having as young people of Liberia.
Hello, caller. Just hold on 1 minute now. Speak the Noko English. That you see, read that you speak. I can't hear you. Speak the Noko English. What you say?
Okay, Papa. Sorry, let me look on.
Here we go.
I think my Liberian brothers and sisters have together.
Okay.
And ready to put our foot down on these politicians.
Okay, you're speaking.
If we are not doing these things, then by the next 2029, when we won't vote again, we'll vote the same corrupt thieves.
Exactly.
Because we'll always say, oh, now 2029 will make change. Oh, now 2034 will make change, or 2035. No, the change starts now. We have to start to look at ourselves in the future. That's what countries do.
So on a serious note, I think you're striking the good point here. But let me ask you this quickly: those people that are around the president are also young, like many of you guys. So how do you deal with it?
I will give you a quick inside scoop, right? I don't think that the president is honestly listening and actually doing the work of the young people. Listening is one thing, but applying what you're listening to is a whole different topic. Listening is just 10%. The remaining 90% has to do with what you do after you listen. And I don't think that the president of the Republic of Liberia is doing anything good in the interest of the people, especially the youth. If I've been saying go do 10,000 digital literacy thing, no statistic can come back to prove that one of those people in a graduate class know how to fully operate a computer. Is that a country that I want to run where we run projects for youth and we're not coming back with any stats to really show that those projects are working? We're building projects. We can see the bridges and the roads that they can build. They can build their roads that let us say, oh, we in 1940 building for 1950. Why are you not building roads that is going to accommodate lifestyle in the next 5, 10, 40, 50 years? Because we'll come back to these same roads to fix them in the next 10 years. You're seeing these concession deals that is signing. What is actually the Liberian people benefiting from these concession deals? I said I mentioned a patching of roads while he go and visit. Is that a country that we should be running? You see mining companies there in these various counties there. They're digging up our resources. We don't have any professionals in these areas to really sit down with these people to discuss what the benefits are for Liberians. And I mean the benefits for the youth. This country, right now, the older Liberians, they are not putting the infrastructure into places so that the next generation can be successful. We've seen it with Ellie. We saw it when we are 6 years, and we're seeing it right now. I just left Liberia a couple of weeks ago, and I can tell you, I left there with more concerns than I arrived. Because everyone, especially my youth friends, they are all down. They are depressed. They are stressed.
no money, no job, no future for those people. They are hopeless. They are helpless. We in the diaspora, especially my young people in the diaspora, we need to start to inspire our people. We need to impact them. We need to collectively go back home with a mindset to go and put some things down so that we can start to work on our future. Going back on, especially, sorry, my last point. Going back when you're a young person, you don't need to be going out there to go to Senate Club or the Calabash every other Sunday or Saturday or Monday. Go there and start to put things down. Look for things in which you can develop. Look for a network. Network with people that already got businesses going on. That's how we can start to build our bureau. But I appreciate you for having me on the show today, and thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother. We appreciate it. That's a good statement. Thank you very much. Thank you, Anthony Russell. Thank you very much, Anthony Russell. Okay.
He spoke the hearts of ordinary Liberians. This is what we want to see happening.
Mr. So, the Liberal say, what will be your closing? I think that's your closing. Thank you for closing the show.
It's 9:42. Why are you closing tonight? So
I just told you nothing.
You are embarrassed tonight of yourself.
Mr. So, let me go. Let Terry, Rescue 2. Give us your closing, and then Mr. So will take us home. Mr.
Terry.
Mr. So, why will you want me?
The changing of that country, it has to start from here. Now you are one of those. You
hear what the ambassador say? He said, "Oh, our trouble in Liberia come from here." That one, that you don't listen to that one there.
You are part of the trouble.
Oh,
that's exactly what you are doing. You are part of the trouble because you do not like what the callers are saying tonight. You're trying to shut every other people that are listening.
Those are sedition. Those are sedition. We are shame. We don't pay attention to that too much. But let me hear from you, Terry, please. Terry, I'm closing this show here because I don't think tonight is a good show for us at all, to be honest with you. So I'm closing it. Because if Clarence Davis, if they like huh?
You still got a few minutes on the clock, Liberal.
You still got a few minutes. Why are you closing? When you close it tonight, moving on, I am going to use my executive power. You will be closing it as of.
Oh no!
So you either have
you're gonna use the what the Jeremy Pia?
Yeah, the Jeremy Pia is coming now. It's applicable to a different issue. Samson told Labra, what's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Yes, Mr. Toll. My name is Amos, and I'm calling from Pennsylvania. As always, I miss this show very much, and I especially love the interaction between you and Mr. Soul. I mean, I enjoy you guys a whole lot. But one thing, Mr. Brown
Hold on. Go ahead.
Do you blame yourself, or do you have any regrets
for what?
For having brought Mr. Joseph Boakai to power?
Yeah, Chief. I think I heard they say it raining heavily in
today. It's not raining. Whether it's raining, I'm inside. We'll talk.
No, I'm listening to you.
I said today, Mr. Soul is laughing. I can see him laughing. Today we'll talk. It's not raining. When it's raining, I'm inside. We'll talk today.
Okay, let's hear from you.
Do you have any regrets for having brought Mr. Joseph Boakai to power?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
So how do you rate Joseph Boakai's government right now?
10%.
All right, I rest my case. Mr. Soul, you win.
Yeah.
As always.
Did I hear you say 10%?
Thank you.
I just love you guys.
Yeah, thank you. We love you too. Thank you very much.
This old man here, seriously.
Mr. So, the young man King specifically, because of your utterance here tonight. He came to tell, because you keep pressing. I mean, you're not pressing the president. What the president is doing. You come here specifically tonight to tell us a little bit praise here. Well, I want you to come and say a good thing what the president have done. But anyhow, that besides the point. The young man asking me to say I regret. No, I don't regret. Then he said, "Well, how I ring the 10%. The president, not Unity Party. The president, 10%. So again, folks, Samson told that brother Riddle a hot.
I don't think you're going to sleep tonight.
I gotta take off my coat.
That would be, it would be just be indecent to undress yourself.
Gideon, turn the air conditioner. Turn the air
No,
conditioner
send
on.
for juice. Send for your juice.
No, tonight show
Yeah,
easy.
no, liberal. On a serious note, these things that we are talking, sometimes, I mean, like the other caller from, look at it. Why you look at the young people? Look at how and the destructions of that country, the bulk of the people, even up to this time, with all the demobilization from the Helen Johnson salute side, and that's what the other guy, the gentleman, were talking about. We do not have no statistics. We don't know how many persons were benefited, how many persons were really demobilized to be integrated. The reason people sleeping all in the same cemetery, I'm not saying it is the creation of, but there must be some sort of strategic long plan, vocational plan that these people can be, they can kind of like reintegrate them. Your friend Darrell Dillon, they were all taking bed box mattresses. They say they're building. You know what it means to build a rehabilitation? It is just about going in the street to take somebody from in the street, they kind of eat and that's it, they go by and go do the same thing. No.
Mr.
It should be government initiative. Maybe there's a better yara. They need to take a look at it and turn it to some sort of huge vocation instead of it wasting it, turn it to some sort of huge vocational center where people can go through, like, we have in different states, they have what they call training center, different things. But when you continue to have those people, they can't get in and eat, and you have one person get 10 phone with them and driving decent car, they will slap you and take your phone.
I think,
Mr.
So I think tonight, Anthony Russell really nailed it completely. Here's a sad thing here. If you're angry, and I don't blame you, not necessarily angry towards his government, but angry towards Liberian politicians, I don't blame you. But what I want you to do, and what I will advise you to do, channel that anger into educating yourself. You will need it, and we will need you. Because once you're educated, it doesn't matter what field you're in. Most likely your contribution to your country, having seen all of these debacle that is going on, you will really utilize this. What the problem we're having, and I think this young man said it completely here tonight. Who do we trust now? If President Bakai, the father of the nation, who came to this position by saying to the young people, I am only here to build you a foundation, a stable foundation. And then when I leave, you will be able to build on it. And all we're hearing is that those who are supposed to help with the concrete work are not even using equipment that is fitting to build a true foundation. They are taking some of the sand and building their own foundation. They are taking some of the gravel and building their own foundation. They are taking some of the cement and building their own foundation. And the sad thing is, for these young people, I believe, they're doing it with these young people looking, especially with the social media issue. They are doing it with these young people seeing that these people are truly destroying the future of their country. So I don't blame them that when they call this, they're being angry and speaking with anger. Yes, I agree with it. But one of the good things I like about them, they are not preaching violence. They are telling you this thing, you cannot sustain this type of behavior.
Quickly, Mr. Todd, they are not preaching violence. It doesn't mean it will not happen, because the outburst of that is very dangerous. Because if people feel their anger, their frustrations, their redress, or whatever grievances, if it's not been properly addressed, then that's why they take laws into their own hand. We don't want that to happen. And that's why we are saying with him, who've been in government for the longest, yesterday we say, yeah, maybe Joy, we are, and that's what happened. And you're quite correct, because now who do we turn to?
Let me go to Terry. Terry, let's hear from you. As usual, rescue too, because you have
The
always
rescue
been the
team
one
still
here
need
to
to be.
rescue.
He still need to be rescued tonight.
No,
I
that's
know,
what you always say.
I
He said
know,
the rescue need to be rescued. You said the rescuer need to be rescued. Let's hear
I
from
know
you,
the
Terry.
seditions are calling a lot because they are very excited, but only
Mhm.
for a short while. You know,
There he comes.
that's
Here
the
he
thing.
comes. Here he comes. I love this guy.
It
I
does not
love this
mean
guy.
it does not mean they are one. I don't know why
I
they
will,
don't. People want
the
to be.
number still up, oh, Terry. Be careful. They will come back again.
The number is. But yeah, these are things. They just take small point and be running away. That's why I don't expect. But I wanted to read the statement that Mervyn Cole made that could have been tantamount to treason, according to the letter that you read him against Edwin Snow. Look at the thing Mervyn Cole said during the impact. He said the way they are behaving, we are setting on a time bomb in this country. If this government wants peace, we will give them peace. If they want war, we will give them war. You see now? We, the members of the MPP, have lived through war. We have participated in it and are not afraid of it. Representative Cole concluded empathetically. So, why did Geraldine Pierre didn't go after him? Why you went after Snow? And Snow only said, I pray that the government do not succeed. So one will conclude that is a witch hunt. So when you be doing this kind of thing, you got to be very, very careful because they got other political or guys that are very smart. They can read between the lines. They can use that against you, and they will look at all the right up there in the newspaper right now. Look at the investigator. What the investigator? Go look at the headline. Go look at the headline on Front Page Magazine. 3 to 4 more years from now, these headlines will be there. They will be they will be
Terry, I
preaching.
don't mean to cut you up, please. Just the other young man, he very sleepy. He write him and tell him, Mr. So now running a show tonight. Why you telling him you good evening to you and hope you are doing what's about me? I tell you, the man let plow business.
The problem you have before you cannot even solve it, and you're going way inside Liberia to create another problem. You people are some of
Go ahead, Terry. Go ahead, Terry.
Yeah, so I think we need to do better. This is not something that is going to bring the government down and make you, because again, like I said last night, everybody know Edwin Snow. Nobody really sorry for him because the people know him. You see, he can't fool people. But you as a government can't give him the boon to chew. You gotta be systematic. You gotta choose your battles. Like you see, President Boka said something to the journalist meeting. He said, my government will have no political prisoner. Are we gearing towards that right now?
I
Because
think
if
so.
you guys trying to do this, you are undermining what the president said. You're undermining the president's statement. Because the president said his government will have no political prisoner. So if you're not coming to come ready kind of letter then now, what you are doing is you undermining the statement of the president. No wonder why the
no.
president got in the plane and took off.
No,
Because you guys are
that's what
playing
he
around.
waited for. When he create chaos, then he leave the country.
Mr.
So
So
you
you
know,
don't know
You
that. You
cannot
don't
do
know
it,
that,
Mr. So.
Mr. So you
we
don't
saw
know
that
that.
happening. We saw what
You
happened
don't
on
know
that
that.
Friday.
It's just a
But that's
coincidence. It's
all.
just a
Yeah.
coincidence.
You see, okay, give me
I,
10.
I
Give me
don't
10.
want to believe that the president is in support of that statement. And I want to strongly
So,
believe
so why
that
would PR then
the
say the
Ministry of
government?
Information, I
No, no,
want to
no, no, no.
believe that I come in now. I want to believe that the Ministry of Information will retract or withdraw that statement. I want to
No,
believe that that will
If
happen.
that
immediately.
man,
I,
if the president
I
come
am
from
confident.
Nigeria, you will see what will happen to
I
to
am
So
those
confident.
why you are there? You gotta go to Nigeria before you get consultation that I play here Vaso then Anna.
Mr.
I
So.
am confident that the Minister of Information, Geraldine Pierre, I got high respect for him, will withdraw that statement when the president returned, and even Jeremiah Kuhn will make sure that that statement be withdrawn.
So then who will be giving that instructions if it does happen? Then where you think that instruction coming from?
From the president.
From the president will
Where
now
was
take four.
where was the president
Mr.
when they came
Soul,
looking?
Mr.
Mr.
So
Soul,
in every government,
Listen, what we are saying, look, gentlemen, you don't give us some half-done full year. Nobody want to get a stomach ache from your tabata you're on here on it.
Mr.
Terry
So
tried
this is
to
not
walk a
money
far
kind of
line.
we
Terry, you try to walk a far line because you don't want to get in trouble with the liberal here. Oh, and they want here, they want that. Look, if it is a dog, it is a dog. It is what it is. Every time there is an issue, he either go to Sierra Leone, he either
it's
go
just
to
a coincidence. It's a coincidence.
also, or he's Mr. Coincident President, correct?
Yeah,
Anytime
well,
there's a
and
problem,
that's
he
what I'm
go.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's
Mr.
what he's
Soul,
saying.
this
But
president,
why it's happening? Look, it is about our country, and we all have to discuss it proportionally. All right, whether you're lucky or not, and I know you are very, very uncomfortable tonight. This is why you want to abruptly cut off this show, which is just unacceptable. And they said, the man, the young man
Mr.
asked
Soul,
you,
let's hear your closing. You got 4 more minutes. We're out of here. My president out of the country. We can't stay all night. We got 4 more minutes.
So that he don't want to tell you to go to bed now.
That the father of the nation.
Look, to close, look, we do not hate this government. There will be no any patriotic Liberian that for whatever reason I will not want their only politicians will make these political statements, and it is typical, it's everywhere. Everybody, when the country succeeds, there will be a less pressure on me, on you, and many other people. But when people in the government who should set an example, who are spokesperson for the government, and on the other hand, trying the way to be like a propagandist, that is concerning. It's not just only for a Liberian, but our diplomatic friends. You can't have a minister, you can't have a director as of a state broadcasting corporation. So you see, they're doing it in a way that is just so bad. Why not they hire people to do their dirty work? Why not they hire people to do that? It's common sense. You don't buy from waterside. It's not in supermarket. Come on. Why not they do that? But these are people, they are policy decision maker, people who goes to cabinet meeting. And when they come to make this statement, and you have the old man is not saying anything, then I have all reason to believe it is with his acquiescence that these statements are coming from out of there through the instructions of this old man. And that's why I don't like to hear. But anyway, I will be here tomorrow night. I will go to break.
We'll be here as a counterweight. It's the rescue tour and myself will be here as a counterweight.
Yes, talk about that. Terry, Stephanie testing me. Terry saying he done with you.
You see my other trouble again. I'm gonna post the number.
And Jerry Bako, abandon you now. Terry too gone.
No, Terry ain't gone anyway. Let me put a number up.
You're good.
Let's hold on. Mr. Smith want to call. Let's see what he got to say. Mr. Smith, yes, the number there. Give us a call. Let's hear you. While we're waiting for Mr. Smith call, let me say this here, Mr. Smith.
Let me give you let me do the last one, then you close it, Mr. Chairman. Let me give you the biblical versions of this rescue. And quote unquote,
when you see you call me chairman, then you come and say bad thing now. Well, when you hear him call me chairman.
Man, he's a deacon. Is that a Baptist church or a Catholic church? Which church is he? Terry?
Yeah, they're quiet. You're quiet.
Baptist?
Yeah.
When they finish eating, they say they can loud in the popcorn and jelly, right?
Yeah. They don't say that. When they finish eating,
this is the version of a rescue. Signifies deliverance from danger, bondage, and distress, both physical and spiritual, right? It encompasses God's intervention to free his people from oppressions and ultimately offer salvation through Jesus Christ.
But so you speak like a reverend right now. I think we need to incorporate you.
I beg you, Terry. Who will go to your church? Who will look at you and go to your church?
Who me?
Yeah, who will look at you and go to your church?
I'm going to go straight to what the scripture says. I'm not going to be...
But what I say, who will look at you and go to your church? That's what I'd like to know.
Wait and see my congregation when the church open.
Okay.
A good night.
All right, Mr. Smith, the number is out there, so I will send you
Mr.
up.
Smith, don't waste your time. Come on my show tomorrow because the man.
I need to talk to you. Something good is happening, Mr. Smith. I need to bring that information to you as well.
You want to
Look at it. I call me. I am in a dark.
Is he saying that the current when? The current have been very stable. Mr. Smith, you have to stop the kind of the current have been very, very stable.
No, he's saying in a dark place. I don't know why he's
the man who is in a dark place, he said, well, is it that your problem? Yeah, but yeah. I don't know.
Alabra, right?
Yeah,
that means no current. Oh, is a current gone? No current.
Oh, yes.
This show not good for me tonight. For people.
Okay, now it's
wow.
Good night. I
think we'll say good night now. Terry, any closing from you before we go?
It is what it is.
It is what it is. I said,
wow. The revenue all giver, it is why it is. Make it all.
Tonight it's not easy, my bro.
Boy.
Victor will call you right away.
Wait a minute. Do you think he's going to talk to Tinubu to withdraw Snow from the parliament?
Mr. So why you were saying quarantine? It may have nothing to do with this thing.
Yeah,
but why would he want to?
The parliament have rules and regulations.
Yeah,
if somebody can get go and say move the man, no. You saw what happened to Richard.
They don't know. Papa, they know about rule and regulation. So what happened to the speaker?
But the single-handedly, the parliament, the ECOWAS parliament is not like the Nigeria government or Liberia government, where the president just get to take unilateral decision. That can happen over there like that.
Oh, I thought you didn't know that.
Okay. Good night. Good night. Again, folks, Samson to Terry, thank you.
Good
Rescue 2, thank you very much. Good night. Mr. So, good night. Again, folks, Mr. So, I said good night. Again, folks, Samson to Labra Pabrito, I'm over. We're going over 3 minutes. Thank God. I want to specifically thank God again tonight for a wonderful, wonderful thing that is happening all over the world. And specifically in Liberia, we want to thank God. Whatever is happening, God is in complete control. Let's continue to pray for one another. Again, we'll be on here with Mr. So tomorrow. Mr. Smith, I will be calling you here very shortly. Again, I will say good night to all of you and thank you very much tonight for all of the calls and all of the headache you guys gave me tonight. Thank you. We will come back and we will be redeemed by this president. Thank you and good night.
Seigneur, à ça. Rachel de Kibo, je adé. Oh, après Gogo, Yaliba, Bagnon, Yalia pour la femme. Avec Gogo, Yali. Avec Gogo, Yali, Stéphane Soko. Oh, après Nana, Amabé Mera Gogo, Yaliba. Stéphane Soko, Yali pour la femme. Aïe, Gogo, Yaliba. Amana very kasawa. Amagrika very titi papa very sa. Why don't you get by your secret amapa? Sisi la play. We are the Gogo Nyali. Are banyo e for a bravo. Hey, Gogo Nyali. Awo. Taba sisi no wa arena very paka. Taba sisi no wa arena very. Why? Ale na you ya for a bravo. Abile Gogo Nyali. No so ma do jogure. Pamro ayo. Ade wa ba bere wa sa wa ke. Wa ba be. Apawo ma pa ni. Ni ama. Apawo ma pa ni. Apara su ma gbe la ba yo. Abi na ni ka bere titi baba. Aja nu